Greetings and welcome back to New Amritsar. Now, whilst we're here from last time, actually we're not. We better. We're now doing the overgrown caves, and to help us out a bit better, we'll be basically starting the web access, because Thornton's have been spotted by a cave in the forest near the forest.
We've received another anonymous message. This time, it's about something going on in one of the old cave systems. Check it out, and report back to me personally. As always, this information is classified.
Yes. Awesome. Turns out isn't our biggest problem. As you've seen, Thorns have an interest in this plant too. Go to the cave entrance in the small crater in the forest. Find the Thorn console. Use the codes. They have to work. They have to. Now, technically, we haven't seen Thorns on this planet, but the reason why I've chosen to bother even starting this mission now, because it's an absolute swine otherwise. So, the cave is this triangle in the first caves area. Now, there is literally two routes here, and this is a long walk no matter what you try. Now, the most direct route is through the Epo fields, and then pick the right exit to the first crater. We're going to go and actually take the job to walk from the Bastion Peaks and from where we were last week, and we'll cross the bridge, and we'll show you a creature on the way. So let's go and let's transport to the peak. You may remember here, we were here last week, so and yes, if we have enough time, and if you to. And visiting there is actually a good place to do if you want to collect more rambling marks, but not the only thing we can do. So we're going down the rear path. Now, what I call the rear path is and we're going over the Altai. And as you can see, there's a giant Nanov down there. That is actually this creature's name. But yeah, you can drop down if you really want, but that fall is a bit painful. Although you can take a slightly less painful route down. Right, and we're almost here. Whoop! Grenade out. Oh, ooh, God. Help. Feel like he got himself stuck. I had to guess he didn't actually get his he went back to pick up some from the area. Now, as you can see here, we're now towards into another camp area. Now this area is the crater area we're coming into, where, well, we're actually on the outside of the crater, and some more. Another plant sample. Those glowing plant samples will be traded in for 1 match later. And welcome to the crater. Now, this saves us a bit of time when we come back here, and we'll be coming back here next week. Yes, we can. There's a transporter pad like last time, and we can activate it. Now, as with, you can offer to help out in the first crater. This is very similar to the Vastron Peaks, other than you'll be going around doing a lot more. Very stuff I'm fighting Hirogen. It saves us being having an hour-long episode. Trust me. It felt like that. So how much the episode was last time. At least it was when I was doing it. And the guy from the TOS security is hanging around here. Basically, this whole area is very similar to the various other stuff. Now this is the overgrown cave, which is something appears in it. Of course, we'll bring everyone along with us. Alright, guys. So we're gonna have to find the located missing scientist, and once we're here, we might pick up a couple of about 10 alien artifacts. So
I'm very glad you could take time to assist us. We've been having some strange occurrences lately. Noises we can't identify are being heard deep in the caves, and our supplies keep disappearing. One of my scientists volunteered to investigate, and he hasn't returned. Would you be willing to look for him? Any scans you could take when you're in the caves would also be very helpful.
Yes, we'll look for him. So, as you can see here, it's another. Yes, it's a lot of ground, and this is the alien artifact. I one of them. There are 10 more in here, and as you can see here, this is the cave as far as we can see. I'll zoom around here a bit. So, see the one with the chance leader. So, a lot of scanning and a lot of walking around. At least this first half's not too bad, but we have to make sure. So we've got to cut some people around and firepower when if there's enemies around here. Okay, ooh, another scan, and oof, dear. A pod. Right. Another artifact done. Nice. Right. Right. We can see some enemies up ahead. Yeah, this is really dark. Bioluminescent plants and pretty nice. And another thing. Right. Okay. What? What the? Holographic wall? That shouldn't be a thing. Okay. Wait. That is that Bonnian Forcefield, eh? Right.
I managed to clear up some of the interference. I am detecting Tholian life signs ahead of your coordinates. Please proceed with caution.
Yeah, I can see him right ahead. At least it's not just a single one. Right. That is flying emitters. The points are put in the area with low-level thorium particles. Particles won't harm us in small doses, but it could be an attempt to trick our tricorders. I suggest we stay alert. So out. And also, there's a weird figurine over here. Picked up one, and of course we get new one with research for that, for our duty officers. And we've got scientists, don't need to escape him. Yeah, falling webs aren't nice things to. So we're heading back now. As we go up in the head. Okay, no Thonian console. Let's see what they've got to say. Bones should be gathering intelligence on the Day One rooms. They appear especially interested in the relationship between the Downs and the Iconians. Okay, and they also a bit weird. Okay, and we're in a big room up ahead, and they've got a lot of people ahead. So it's a commander. So. Well, that went down faster than I was expecting. And small Mega Green. And let's scan this mysterious plant. It's unusual to see a plant of this type thriving up so far underground. We know that people who once lived on this planet retreated to caves after some type of environmental damage. Perhaps they bioengineered plants that could survive underground as food sources. We're seeing results of the experiments thousands of years later. Right, let's see, we've got another alien artifact. And then another Felon console. Darwins are collecting extensive data about Darwin technology. Seem to be interested in the artifacts related to Gateway technology. Gateway technology as in Iconian Gateway. Let's collect this piece here. Did you? Yes, you did. Activate that following console. Right. Okay, that looks like a lot of volumes in that room, so let's put some crystals up. No, wrong one. Okay, that one better than I was expecting. Oh, because I hit the commander in the room. Nope! Commander's not in the room yet. Right, we're... oh. Falling around here. Oh dear, that's falling commander over there. Captain. Oh, front. Ow. Nice. Can take away then the texture and pulse wave Mark 12 weapon. Now, brilliant. Nice key for this club and that. So, there's several things around here. First, we've got the various things around here. We've now found 9, now 10 alien artifacts. Nice. Now we scan this console. I still don't see the volume. It looks like the several floor samples in quarantine. They're tempting small experiments to see if the planet could be made habitable for them without environmental suits. Of course, if the planet is habitable for Tholians, it will become uninhabitable for humans. Humans and Renoids. Yeah, not particularly brilliant, so... unusual energy signature here. It's similar to the rest of Nuclear Prime, but more stable, and we know the phones we're trying to harness the rest of the form transportation to other dimensions. If I had to get it, say the volume transporter, I wouldn't want to try it though. No telling where we'd end up. And it's marked. So we'll shut down this portal. Well, that sounds nice, but we've got two things left to do. We've got a weird unidentified monument. That looks like ethnic. Well, I don't really know. It could be Iconium, but we've transport the logs just basically died every time they ended up deleting themselves. Trying to read it, from the things. Anyway, got an imp. Now, remember I said we were talking about new codes? Well, we're doing two parts. Now we got a message about some foreign codes at the beginning of this episode. Well, time to import them. These foreign access codes look like they'll give us a tunnel directed to their main system logs accessing now. They work. Are you ready to view the logs? Oh yes, I am. Update begins. Do you wish a verbal briefing? You are 2.3 minutes late with your update. So submit your report, then proceed. Delay was unavoidable. I've located the source of the artifacts, but there were complications. A Roman had discovered my survey team. Has the intruder been neutralized? We're holding him for questioning. The planet holds interest to us. The Azure Nebula is a convenient access point. Subspace tunnels that can send ships to your location. Find the technology and determine its origin. We do not repeat to the situation on Nucara Prime. Understood. The Roman and their allies may prove troublesome. They're expanding their explorations of the ancient colony into the areas that interest to us. They're mammals and they're easily distracted. Send a direct force to the space station. This would draw the one known as oversight and it is hours away from your photography. The Roman affect to our operation. But there is a possibility they will discover or destroy the artifacts before we recover them. Eliminate the threat. Recover the artifacts. Yeah, and that's it. Well, let's submit the recording to Roman security and see what they think. Does this mean that Volume's attack on the vault was nothing more than a distraction? Why are the artifacts so important? Apparently we couldn't prevent the recording command now. So we're recording. Okay, now we're gonna go to exit the cave. We've got something else to talk about. Well, we need to go exit the cave first. Welcome to the cave, and we better have a quick chat about glad we were able to find the missing scientists. I never thought those caves would be overrun with Folians. We'll be sending more security down to protect the science team. They're determined to finish the work. Thanks to you, you may have the chance to do so. And of course, we've got some decent modern marks and stuff, and some weapons and not random weapons. None of them are particularly bad, none of them particularly brilliant, so... But there is another message for us to do. Richard Admiral, your Titans assistant. Richard Admiral, the Titans has formally requested your presence at one of the research facilities at New Road. Please report there to it immediately. Thank you. Right, so... We're now going to take the transporter to the staging area. Welcome to the staging area. I can see a lot of people hanging around here at the moment, but welcome back to the staging area. We need to actually head into the to up here. So this door goes into the city. Now there's several things we can do. Now, if we accidentally picked up Spear of Influence a couple of months ago. So that we'll be doing that in a few weeks time. We've got, and we can visit Romulan embassy. We'll cover that at some point. I don't know when, if we're covering it all, but we'll attend the research presentation. I assume you attend the meeting with Ditan, and we will attend the research presentation.
I'm grateful for all you've done for our colony. We wouldn't be as far along as we are without your assistance. That's why I wanted you here today, to hear for yourself some of what we found. Doctor?
What we found in our archaeological surveys is that the planet was populated long before our people arrived after the Sundering. We've discovered multiple ruins from that time period that correspond to the few historical records we still have. Most of our data from that era was lost with the homeworld.
And the sword?
I'm ready to confirm that the blade found at the battle site is the sword of the Raptor Star. We don't have a visual record of the sword, but the one we have matches written accounts, and a quantum analysis shows signs of masterwork. Something like this could have only been made by Saharian.
We were right to come here. The sword will become a symbol of our reborn civilization. You were saying there was an earlier culture. What do you know about them?
The oldest ruins we found are approximately 150,000 years old, but I suspect that there may be some even older, based on preliminary findings that are still being analyzed. These people were quite advanced. While the oldest ruins show a culture that was defined by its devotion to a series of deities, later they developed technology, art, even spaceflight. Roughly 150,000 years ago, however, there was some sort of worldwide seismic event. Every volcano on the planet erupted, presumably blocking out the sun. Ambient temperatures dropped dramatically. The radiation count spiked. We're still repairing that damage. The survivors of this cataclysm retreated to caves in the warmest areas of the planet, but they died out soon afterward.
And what caused this event?
We're still working on that. We have found a new site deep underground near an active volcano, but there are massive power spikes unrelated to the magma flow. If there is a source of the seismic instability, it should be there. We would have to send down a team to investigate, though, and it is quite dangerous. I wouldn't send anyone down without an environmental suit. I could go myself, but...
I'm not ready to authorize you to do that, Doctor. Our people have too few scientists left. You and your crew are better equipped and trained for something like this. I know I'm asking a great deal, especially after all the help you've given us already. But your being here shows that my people and yours don't have to be adversaries. Not anymore. Not all Romulans think cooperation like this is possible. I do. Are you willing to see it through to the end?
And we submit the report. It's up to us that we should prepare for waiting for the assignment. I should note we've been given permission to view the security footage from that presentation. Return to different location and talk to the security officer. So we report on these findings. Report, and that's it. Next week we'll be covering the power source. But we'll have to wait till then before we do it. But in the meantime, I think I need to find a set of EB suits. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're taking 5. But I'll cover that next week as well. So, be Max Showwriter. See you guys next time.